Welcome. We are here to talk to you all about our new student orientation this summer. So, as an introduction, my name is Jill Solfaro, and I am the Associate Director for the Center for Campus Life here on our Boston campus. And within that position, I'll be overseeing the clubs and organizations for this upcoming year and also planning orientation. So, I've been working in this office for over 4 years now, and planning new student summer orientation is one of my favorite parts of the job. I love welcoming our new students and family members to Boston and to our community. And we are here to answer any of your questions that you might have about coming to Boston and our orientation program. So I have one of our students, Jarriel, here that will introduce himself as well.
Hello, my name is Jarriel. I am a fourth year dental hygiene major, and I am also the current small group orientation team lead. So I'm working more hands-on on creating like the whole orientation experience for the incoming students, which is really exciting. We have like cool merch ideas, cool concepts. We're also like looking to take people outside and explore Boston. So it's definitely going to be more of an immersive experience.
Yeah, absolutely. We're shifting up our schedule a little bit for this year to make sure that our students can get out into the city and into the neighborhood around us. We definitely say here that Boston is part of your campus, going to MCPHS in the city environment, right? We might have a few buildings here, but you have your entire city that's part of your campus and your community as well, right? So I would love to tell you all a little bit about what orientation in our program is going to look like for you all. So registration is open for our June sessions, and you should have gotten communication via your email for that. You can always reach out to MCPHS admissions via email or even DMing them on this account as well, and someone will be more than happy to help you with that registration. And so we have 4 different sessions throughout the month of June, and everyone should choose one session that works best for them and their schedule for the summer. And the sessions it's just one day that you come to campus, roughly from about 8:30 in the morning until about 4:30 in the afternoon. And during that time, you have lots of different things that might be happening. So you're going to be meeting new students and orientation leaders like Jarriel and our entire team. So you'll get to hear from fellow peers and students about their experience, their favorite things about MCPHS and their particular programs. You'll also be grouped together with students in your program and in your major. And hopefully the orientation leaders are going to be in those majors as well. So they'll be able to give you some insight into their own experiences, their favorite courses, and their favorite things to do around campus. You'll also have some presentations from faculty members in your academic programs and from different staffing departments throughout the university as well. And for students, you'll get a chance to get off campus with a little secret. I think we're going to keep it a little bit of a secret right now, but you'll be moving off campus for your lunchtime, which will be very fun for you all. And like Jarriel said as well, we love a giveaway item here. So you can see behind us, we have some fun t-shirts and tote bags. We will have items for both students and family members and guest members that come to our program. We'll be able to get when you come to campus, all right? I do see one question in here. What should I bring to orientation? That is a great question. Do you want to answer that one, Jarriel?
So you actually don't really need to bring anything at all. Just yourself. If you want, it's optional to bring a family member, a friend as well if you'd like. They do separate into like 2 different sections between like your small group, which is going to be where you get to meet your orientation leaders and learn about the school, and then a different section for the family and the guests where they have another section where they just learn about more your academics. They get to meet your professors and a lot of the other things we have to offer here.
Definitely. And I would say definitely bring a little sweater or sweatshirt or something, even though it might be really hot. Like today, the lecture halls where we have our presentations often have the AC blaring. So bring a little sweatshirt and an extra layer for you, just in case it gets cool in there. What would you say is your favorite part of the orientation day?
I actually see this is underrated for me. I would say meeting my professors. Nice. I like meeting my professors, especially when it was like a completely new environment. You don't know like where you're going. Some of you guys might not even be from Boston too, you know? So I think meeting my professor, creating that connection, because, one day you'll find a professor and they're gonna be your best friend, and you're like, wow, they got me.
They make a difference for sure.
Yeah, they make a big difference. Yeah. So especially when you need to send an email and get like the support you need from like an instructor, especially a lot of the people here have come to MCP and were students here, so they've been in your position before too. I would say, yeah, for sure.
I would say one of my favorite parts of orientation is in the middle of the day we have something called our Service Support Expo, which is basically big tabling that you get to walk around and talk to different individuals from different departments and different offices, and we have a coffee cart. So in the midday, little pick-me-up of caffeine, everyone always loves that as well. I see a question here about what about if you are outside of the New England area? So when you go to register as well, we do suggest our main orientation sessions throughout the month of June are definitely our busiest sessions. And then we say our August sessions are preferably for international students in what we say out of market, which would be outside of New England. If you're outside of the New England area and travel is a little bit harder for you to make a day trip, we definitely would suggest that August session might be better for you because it's after students move in if they're living on campus. But anyone is able to register for either the June or the August sessions, whatever works best for their schedule. And we are currently working on getting some discounted room rates and block rates for some local hotels as well. So if you are coming from a bit further away and making a little weekend out of it or a night or two away to really explore the city and the community that your student is going to be in, we'll be hopefully communicating that out to students within the next couple of weeks. And so if you're traveling a little bit further and getting a hotel for a night or two is best for you and your family, we will be reaching out to you all with that information very soon as well. Awesome.
I would say orientation is a longer day, so you're here from morning until like around the early afternoon. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, do you think like, is orientation mandatory? And yeah, I would say yes, it's mandatory, but it is a fun experience. It's not something you're gonna want to miss out. It is, I think for me, coming to Boston and like not knowing like the environment or the people, like having that first day where I can like just meet everybody, meet students, like create those connections was definitely like, it makes you feel a little more welcome. So I definitely recommend going. Come on, guys.
Absolutely. And we do have, although we say it is required for our students to come to one of our sessions, we do have a hybrid model that you'll be, again, getting some information about Connect modules online, which is an online platform that we have that has little questionnaires and information about different departments on campus so that you're really getting a lot of information about all those departments, and you can reference that later in the year as well. You have access to that platform, I believe, the entire fall semester. So you can go back and reference that if you have any questions about any of the departments and resources here on campus. Welcome from Senegal. Very exciting that you'll be joining us. We are excited to have you. Awesome. So I know students are often probably wondering, where am I going to live when I come to Boston? And Jarriel is a student here, not me. So I'm sure you would love to tell them all about some of your experiences in our residence halls here on campus.
So I lived on and off campus. So I'll start off with on. There's 3 main residence halls that you would get as a freshman with like a few exceptions depending on what they have for housing. I would say Treehouse, which is it's around 10 floors spread out. Those are going to be your like shared dorms with your own private bathroom and like sink areas. Then there's Machacaria. It's more like an apartment style, which was really nice. I definitely enjoyed living in that one. And there's St. Julie's, which we called our new res office. That one is really nice too. That's usually available if you like transfer in as well or like a second year MCPHS. So that's honestly really nice. It's very convenient depending on which location you get, because every dorm is within like 5 minutes from the school, I would say. You'll see people dorming from like the farthest dorm is 8 minutes. You'll see people on their little scooter walking around Boston. There's different meal plans depending on which housing, so that's definitely something you might want to consider depending where you want to go. I'd say when I came in, I was definitely like, go Treehouse. It was really nice. It's a shared building with mass art, so it's really nice. There's 20 floors in total, and you split that. I think it's the most dorm feeling type of college environment where like you have like a neighbor next door, and it's so, can you get me a cup of sugar type of people, you know? It's very sweet, yeah.
Definitely. And what's really nice about MCPHS, as I'm sure many of you know, being a part of the Colleges of the Fenway Consortium, we're able to share resources with a lot of those universities. So we do share housing and residence halls with some of those other universities. So living in the Mass Art building, the floors themselves will be just MCPHS students near you. But again, above floors or below you might be mass
Yeah.
art students, and so you're learning and getting to meet other students from other universities right around the area as well. I did see a question on here. Is there a difference between the June and the August sessions? No, there is not a difference. The only one exception would be the transfer orientation date, which is only if you were transferring in from another university. So if you are a new student coming to MCPHS, you can sign up for any of the June sessions or the 1 August session that is for new students. Those sessions are going to be the exact same and same schedule for both of those as well. I saw another question here. Is there a parents' day or a parents' weekend? I've heard that some other schools do that. Yes, our office, the Center for Campus Life, we host a family weekend. It's the second weekend in October. We are slowly working on the schedule for that, but that will be shared out with students and our family members probably about the end of the summer or so. But that's really a great time for people that are local enough to come by to the university. We'll do a nice welcome evening for people to come together with a little reception. And then we do a mix of events and programs both on campus and seeing the community and MCPHS itself. Then we also typically will do some ticketed events outside of the university as well. There was a question on there, Jarriel. Do you get to pick your roommate? Would you have any insight to that?
So I didn't know nobody coming here. I was very first time in Boston, so I didn't pick my roommate. I let it be random, which was nice. I think it made me feel more comfortable in the city. So if you are getting a random roommate, guys, do not be afraid. You will meet like your best friend for life out there. So trust me. But if you do want to pick your roommate, like, it's like a special request where if you come into the school and you have a connection, you can reach out to Res Life. You can find them on Instagram, FCP Res Life. But yeah, they can help you with those accommodations as well. But don't hate on not knowing your roommates, guys. You will create like a very strong connection with someone you like have never met ever. It's really nice.
Definitely.
And I think if we didn't mention it, so for off campus, I've also lived off campus. If you're still wondering the best areas, or for those still searching, I would say Mission Hill is the closest area to here. It's around like within 10 minutes from the school. I would say like a secondary good area to live in would be Roxbury. I live in Roxbury currently, which is really nice. I would say 2 best areas in Boston.
Nice, love that. Another thing I feel like a lot of people are always asking is, can I bring a friend or a family member to orientation? So yes, our orientation schedule, we have 2 separate schedules for both our students coming in, and then we call it a family and guest schedule. So you can bring a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, whoever it may be, but do know that the sessions are separate. So you will be separated from that individual for the majority of the day. But we do have a few times throughout our schedule that you are able to come back together. And so some of those portions are for the academic portion of the day, where both the student and a family or guest member would come back together based on their academic program and learn a little bit more about that specific program area from some deans and faculty members in that specific school. And then also during that expo time that I was talking about earlier, where it's in our big atrium area that has tables and you can walk around and ask questions from different departments. And also we'll have some residence hall tours during that time as well. So if you're unsure of where you're living or if you have any questions about that, you'll be able to tour some of the residence hall dorms, so you're able to see what they look like as well. All right, any other questions here?
I mean, I think another highlight I would say for my orientation experience was after orientation. You would like spend the whole entire day, you get to like meet this school and like this community, and then you're like in Boston. So like I hung out in Boston I think for 5 more hours after orientation with my friends and family. So it was really nice, you know, just like getting acclimated to like the city. I think we went on like a 2-hour walk. It was very exhausting, but it was really nice. Just really nice sights around, especially like the Longwood area. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, and for those of you just joining, maybe we'll do another introduction for you all. So my name is Jill Solfaro, and I'm the Associate Director for the Center for Campus Life here on our Boston campus. I've been at the university a little over 4 years now, and planning orientation every summer is one of the highlights of my position for sure. And we have Jarriel here, who is one of our student leaders. If you want to give yourself a little intro.
Hello guys, I am the small group team lead, so I'll meet you guys in your first orientation session together. There's about 6 team leads, so you'll see them. We all work together to create this orientation experience. So it's very hands-on, it's very up to the students. So I think it's very exciting to come to a university where you get to control and have an input on your experience here and other people's experiences here. I think that's probably one of the best parts. Yeah.
Love that. Our student leaders have been an incredible support to myself and my team in our office here planning orientation. So the team leaders, like Jarriel said, are 6 students who have been orientation leaders in the past, and they've been hired on to really help us with the planning. So they've been really giving insight to what they want this day to look like and the sessions and how it can be fun and engaging for our new students and our family members coming. Like we said, we love a giveaway. If you look behind us here, we love a little swag item, and definitely, they are a big part of that. They're creating those, they're making the designs, and they're having a lot of fun with it for sure.
What would you say after you've been at the CCO, you've experienced your orientations. Mm-hmm. What would you say is your go-to thing to do for the new orientees,
I would say a little tip for orientation for students coming in. Yeah. I would say let yourself feel a little uncomfortable. That's hard sometimes. You're in a group of people that you don't know, but also within that uncomfortability, make sure you're really just trying to put yourself out there, right? So even if it's hard to maybe talk to the other students and it might feel a little awkward and uncomfortable, definitely make sure you're talking to your orientation leaders. They're the ones who are already students here. They've been here for at least 1, 2, 3 years sometimes, right? And so they're the ones that are going to give you those extra little tidbits and tips and tricks, like where's your favorite place to go get coffee around here? Where's your favorite place to, go get a late night piece of pizza down the street, whatever it might be. They're the ones who have that intel and those, I think kind of those best kept secrets of how to really make your experience here at MCPHS the most engaging and the most fun is talking to your orientation leader. So let yourself, put yourself out there when you come to orientation and ask questions. No question is a silly question. No matter how many times someone might tell you the same information, it's always going to be helpful, and someone else nearby is probably going to want to hear that same answer as well. So definitely make sure if anything is lingering, no question is a silly question, and just be sure to ask us, and we'll always try our best to direct you to the right person to be able to help you if it's not one of us on our team.
Yeah. I would say one of my closest friends that I made, I was just a freshman, they were my orientation leader. Now they graduated, so it's just very nice to see the person that's helped you get you out of your shell, and then they walk that stage. It's they were my number one supporter before, and I'm cheering them on. So I would say orientation definitely ties the college experience together.
Definitely. All right, I see a question here. When will we get our class schedule and our rooming assignments? So you should have the both of those before orientation comes around in June. Mm-hmm. And so here at MCPHS for first year students, we do a block registration. And so you all will be block registered for your fall semester courses based on your program. And if there's any questions or concerns with that, you can reach out. And if there's anything with your scheduling that needs to be adjusted, you can feel free to reach out to do so. And same thing with housing assignments. That's through our Office of Residence Life. Those typically are out before orientation. And if they're not, again, it's really helpful that we have those residence hall tours so that you're able to go through and see, okay, there's Treehouse and Fennel and Machicaria. So that if you haven't gotten your assignment yet for any particular reason, you're able to kind of check in about the different needs of each of those different residence halls as well.
I would say I only toured Treehouse too. I was committed to Treehouse. I walked in, I was I liked the space. I didn't need much room either. So Treehouse was definitely the one for me when I walked in. And I think the tours, coming to orientation, getting the chance to tour where you could potentially live and I met my roommate on orientation. So like they literally just called out like who has like what was it 10:08. So that's how it happens. Yeah, and that's me, and that's how you make your friend for life.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm sure a lot of students are also wondering, especially if you've never lived in a city before, how do students get around the city of Boston? Could you maybe give them a little bit of an insight and tips and tricks to get around the city?
I do not drive. I do not drive at all. So just a disclaimer. I just take the commuter rail. It's 30 seconds away from the front door of the school, which is perfect. It takes you all the way to like Newbury Street and onwards. It's very convenient. There's the train app that you can download on your phone, and it'll tell you if it comes in a couple minutes. It's very accurate as well. So I just always commute. I take the buses, which are all over like this Longwood area too. It's very convenient. So definitely get yourself like a Charlie card. Definitely the best invest you can get.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And our office, the Center for Campus Life, we partner with the MBTA, the Transit Association for the city, and we're able to get students a 20% discount on those passes, which is really helpful, especially if you are commuting from outside the city and are taking the train in. We're able to get you a discount with that. I will say definitely make sure you're keeping an eye on your email for communication about that, because the deadline is a very strict deadline, because it isn't a deadline that our office sets. It's actually set from the MBTA itself. So it's a strict August 1st deadline for the fall semester to purchase those discounted rates. But that is communication that will come out throughout the summer as well. But definitely a very good discount for you all to take advantage of, for sure.
Speaking of discounts, actually, the Cardinal booth.
Ooh, yes.
The Cardinal booth it's our school store, so they have like our little merchandise downstairs, and they sell discounted tickets for games. Like you get Celtics. If you're a hockey fan, I'm not a hockey fan. Sorry,
Bruins.
Bruins,
Yeah.
Bruins. So I'm go Celtics, big Boston Celtics person over here. So movie tickets. I've gotten my movie ticket for $7, which is really nice. You can get tickets up to the Prudential. I think there's just like a lot of, I would say, college discounts. I'm a big fan of like saving a buck where I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another discount that is accessible for MCPHS students is free admission to a couple of the museums in the area.
Yeah.
So the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum is right on Palace Road where the university is, literally a 3-minute walk away. On your lunch break, I've popped over there before just to kind of walk through, take a nice little breather. There's a beautiful garden inside. It's nice and relaxing. And then also the MFA, the Museum of Fine Arts, a little bit further down the street on Huntington Ave. Huge world-renowned museum that you could go multiple times and still not see every single, different exhibit and area in there. And both of those are free admission with your MCPHS ID, which is another amazing Boston student perk for sure.
Yeah. Actually, one of the first couple times I went to the MFA was for a project, which was so cool. Like, and since you get like free access as a student, like our professor just like said, you can go to any museum, and it was like a humanities. So I went in there and I did my whole project based off of like the MFA and all the arts there, so which was really cool. I think like the opportunity, especially they give you like, your instructors give you like a chance to like get more hands-on with your work, which I think is cool.
Love that. Awesome.
Yeah.
I see a question here specifically about particular programs and transitioning in as an advanced learner. I would say definitely reach out to the admissions team. They are the ones that would be able to kind of assist you with what prerequisites would be needed for particular programs and what course might be best for you for your application. So definitely feel free to DM them to this account, or you can always reach out via email as well. Right. Any last minute questions here about orientation and what to expect? All right. If that's it, we are very excited to see you come June, or if not August, for our new student orientation. And follow us for more orientation fun, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon, guys. I'm very excited to meet you guys.
Bye, everyone. How do I end it? Yeah. Is it with the X?
Yeah.